On Halloween 2008, a computer scientist who called himself Satoshi Nakamoto published a white paper introducing Bitcoin, a digital currency that lets people exchange money without going through a bank, credit card, processor, or other financial institution. Nobody knew who Satoshi really was, but everyone on the mailing list where he announced the paper took notice. With a single email, Satoshi introduced the world to blockchains and cryptocurrencies, a pair of technologies that have become household names. But to understand those technologies, we have to start by unraveling the mysterious scientist's invention. Throughout most of history, there have been two ways to hold money. Owning physical items like cash, gold pieces, cattle, salt, etc., or having a trusted institution like a bank or a village chieftain track how much money you have. Both these forms of money have their problems. The shortcomings of physical or tangible form of money like cash or cows are pretty clear. It's easy to steal, it can't be used for online or long distance transaction. Try buying something with cash from someone in a foreign country. It can often be counterfeited and it's a pain to store and transport. To solve these problems, humanity invented money mediated by a trusted institution like a bank or local chief. Many forms of money and payments fall under this umbrella. Bank accounts, bank loans, credit cards, checks, and many other financial tools we use these days. By trusting a central institution or middleman, you can solve most of the problems of tangible money. You can trust a bank to keep your money safe, at least safer than keeping it at home. Like say, stuffing your cash in a mattress or something. You can make speedy online and digital payments, since paying someone is as easy as having a bank and their bank update your bank balances, which are just numbers on a database somewhere. It's harder to make fake money when a trusted authority tracks exactly how much money everyone has. If you trust a middleman to hold your money, you don't need to lug your cash around with you. The kind of middleman mediated money really is remarkable. But there is a reason people still use cash and some stores are cash only. Middleman mediated money has its share of shortcomings, most of which stem from the very fact that there is a middleman. The first problem: when your money flows through a middleman, you have to play by their rules, which often means having to pay fees. When you pay for something with a credit card, the merchant doesn't get all the money. They have to pay fees to the credit card processor, about 1.5 to 2.5% for Visa, MasterCard and Discover, and 2.5 to 3.5 for American Express. Sending money internationally with PayPal will cost about 3% in fees. And if you're a merchant, accepting payment with PayPal will cost you about 3%. And fees for sending money abroad with Western Union, MoneyGram, Zoom or other remittance companies can be several percentage points higher. You can now see why many stores are cash only or have minimum purchases for you to use credit cards. Another problem with mediated money is that you can only use it if the middleman grants you access. Practically, this means world's 2 billion unbanked people can't use any money that involves a bank account. And most people with bad or no credit can't use credit cards. The last big problem with mediated money is that you are entrusting them with your money. And nowadays, your data. Banks are pretty good about not losing your money, but financial institutions' track record with data security is nowhere near as good. Hackers stole data on 100 million JP Morgan customers in 2014, and sensitive information relating to dates of birth, addresses, etc. on 100 million Capital One customers was stolen in 2019. That's not to mention perhaps the most infamous hack of all, when the personal data, including social security numbers of almost 150 million Americans, was stolen from Equifax. In short, tangible money is insecure, inconvenient, easy to fake, and impractical for digital payments. Middleman mediated money solves these problems but introduces problems of fees, lack of accessibility, and a different form of insecurity. Right now, we have to pick our poison. But if you think about it, you'll realize that what we really need in money is intangibility. Middleman mediated money gives you intangibility by introducing middlemen. If you trust institutions to manage and move your money, you don't have to hold tangible money anymore. But of course, middlemen come with their own bundle of drawbacks. Is there a way to cut out middlemen while retaining intangibility? In other words, can you have a form of money that's both intangible and middleman free? You can probably see where we are heading here. But it turns out that people invented an intangible middleman free form of money centuries before Satoshi introduced Bitcoin to the world. To meet these people, we have to visit the tiny Micronesian island of Yap in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.